Welcome back to the Explain the CZ. Today our topic is sweets.
What's this one?
We're gonna talk about this one too.
Perfect.
Let's find out. So, we're gonna have a lot of sweets. Let's talk about it.
Let's do it.
So, Caleb, tell me which one you don't know and try to taste it.
Which ones I don't know?
Yes. You probably saw most of them, but which one you don't know how it tastes?
I have to say I'm familiar with all of them, actually.
Really, all?
Yeah.
You had this one too?
Yeah. Yeah, they're hollow, right? It's like a wafer.
No, it's not hollow.
It's not hollow.
It's filled
with chocolate. I mean, the wafer is hollow and chocolate inside.
With the cream.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so let me.
And cream?
Yeah, the cream.
I might be less familiar with this one. It looks like some gourmet chocolate.
So do you want to try it?
I do.
Okay.
Oh, I want to try even the ones that I'm very familiar with.
Okay. So open this one,
all right.
Please.
Thank you.
And this one is...
like it's gonna explode.
No. Okay. This one is called Hořovické trubičky, and it's from Hořovice pod Krkonoší, which is like a small town. Thank you. And it's actually two slim, crunchy waffles with butter and the honey around, and inside is a cream, like a chocolate cream or peanuts.
That would explain why it's not burning well.
So did you know this one?
I've had this before, but a long time ago, and not very often.
Can you explain how does it taste?
Well, I have to say the wafer is a little bit stale. I think that might often be the case. It's not really crispy, but still, you crunch into it, and then there's like a chocolate cream inside. So, honestly, I wouldn't compare it to any American candy bar. That not like Snickers or Twix. It's not like that. It's definitely softer and kind of more creamy than any kind of solid chocolate bar.
So would it be like unexpected taste for you?
Wouldn't say unexpected. No. But it's good.
Okay.
I like it.
Let's take it aside. And you probably know like these. This is actually from the same brand.
Yeah.
It's called Pavia. Let me tell you about this one, because this one is probably the biggest one in Czech Republic, and the Pavia is actually the brand. It comes from the city called Opava, and that's why it's Pavia.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And there's a main factory in Opava, and there's like two more factories, but sometimes you can see that some products are actually outside of the Czech Republic, because they have factories even outside.
Now,
but most of them are like made in Czech Republic.
So let me ask you, these three different types of cookies, we would say in the States, do you think they have different purposes, or you would get them at different times for different occasions, or are they just all for a snack when you feel like snacking on something?
Well, Czechs would usually use them like after the lunch, like for snack with the coffee.
Okay,
This one
especially with coffee. Yeah,
you can see even the coffee here, and all of them. But it could be like for just hanging out with friends, like anything you wish. But it goes well with the coffee.
This one especially. These, like my Czech friends, when we go on a hike, usually they would bring something like this, and then with a sandwich. But this, if you have a cup of coffee, like they might have a plate of these also. I've seen. Okay.
You can see like a lot of these, lot of different kinds, different tastes, and these are like the thin square like wafers with the different fillings inside. Then there's something with a kind of funny name. this one. And you know the name, right? Because
this one I'm not familiar with.
You're not? Okay.
Actually, yeah.
You tried it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I'm realizing I should just start saying I'm not familiar with all of them. If it means we get to open them.
So
Metro Desert.
It's called Metro.
Metro.
Yeah.
Like the metro.
Like
subway.
the metro,
Okay.
but I don't think it has any connection.
Maybe it's because the shape kind of looks like a metro car.
Maybe.
But that's real.
Well,
it looks
yeah.
like many things. Oh. Okay, I have to say it's kind of reminding me of some American snacks, like a Twinkie or a Ho-Ho.
So,
I don't know if it's going to taste. Actually,
you taste it.
I
You
don't
show
know
it
what this
to
is
the
going to
camera.
taste like.
It's different
Okay,
inside
it's
and outside.
falling apart. Oh, it's all one big.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like a big rectangle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you try it, and can you say something
I
about
don't
the
know what
taste?
to expect. It's a Twinkie.
Not sure what's Twinkie, but
It's a chocolate-covered Twinkie.
okay.
Wow.
Well, there's
These
it's
have
made
been
from
banned in the
something-
States.
something what we call is marzipan. It's made from the like almond thing. Yeah.
That's it. So I have to clarify. Inside, it's like something like the material the outside of a Twinkie is made of, but there's no cream filling. Like this the Twinkie is like a classic American snack that now I think has almost disappeared because it was so unhealthy.
Okay.
But
This is
then,
probably unhealthy too.
oh yeah, I'm
so
pretty
you know.
sure it's delicious. And then on the outside, there's some vanilla and chocolate marzipan. But the overall sensation reminds me of my childhood of eating Twinkies.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
that's
see.
great. Oh,
Okay.
I have to find those again.
Yeah.
Don't tell my wife.
Well, yeah. Just so you know that we bought all of this like in the normal like a supermarket, so you can get it really easily. And another big one like this brand is called Orion, which is here, and this one is actually quite old one, but it's kind of not Czech anymore because other company like took the brand, but it's still made in Czech Republic, most of it. And actually this one is almost 100 years old now because it was made in 1923.
This specific one?
This specific one.
Like
so this one is really
This
old.
one was made 100 years
Not
ago.
this one, but this bar.
This type
Yeah.
of candy.
This type of candy. Since then they do it like still the same way. Of course the logo is a little bit different.
Sure.
Do you know this one?
I've had it once or it's a coffee taste, isn't it?
It's a coffee taste.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I have to say, this one, Studentska
This one,
chocolate,
yeah.
is my favorite
I know it's
chocolate
your
in the
favorite.
Czech Republic. I love it.
And this time we have is like gold edition, and usually like all these candies are looking the same, but with this one you can see like all the time they have like different editions. And this one is with the merunky.
Apricot
Apricots.
and
inside,
raspberries.
yeah.
Yeah. It always has some type of fruit and nuts in it. And
it's
really
big for
nice.
its price.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you know why it's called Studentska?
Well, it must be related to student, right?
Yeah, it is actually because like if you want to study hard for your brain, you need like hazelnuts and all these different kinds.
Okay.
And we called it like student mix.
Okay.
It's actually what we call it when you buy actually the nuts like separately. So that's why it's called Studentska.
That explains why I like it so much, because I'm always studying.
Yeah. So what next? We got some Fidorka. It's from
Fidorka.
Pavia again.
This is nice, yeah.
This is like I'm gonna
It's like a
show it to you.
chocolate disc.
It's like a chocolate disc. Looks like this, all in chocolate.
Has wafer inside.
Very good again.
And now we're getting to things that I'm a big fan of. Like both of these. I don't know what to call them though. I don't know how to say the name.
Well, they are soy shapes. Let's say.
Sojový spalek.
Soy track.
Okay.
It's made of soy basically. So it could be kind of healthy.
Wait.
Yeah.
It's actually made with like soybeans?
Yeah, because that's what it said.
Soybean?
It's actually made of...
It's healthy?
Well, yeah, not soybeans, but...
I've been tricked.
So soy chili is
Okay.
30%. And the rest is other things.
Okay. I really like, I think not this one, but this type. It costs...
Well, this is the same, but it's a different brand only.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this one costs like 4 crowns.
Yeah.
It's a nice snack because it has some weight to it.
Not a lot of people likes it.
Really?
People who either hates it or likes it. So
My wife hates it.
yeah.
Which means it's a safe snack for me because I can leave them in the cupboard and they'll be there when I come for them.
So that could be one of the healthiest. Well, this one, let's say this one could be kind of healthy.
We should open one of these to show because
Okay,
it looks strange inside.
Yeah,
But
it looks strange.
yeah.
So basically the trunk shape.
It's a trunk. Yeah. It's a trunk of apparently soy. I thought
there's no filling inside. It's just what you saw.
And I'm always trying to understand what is that, the aroma that it's kind of like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's one similar chocolate bar that smells like this, and that's the Margot.
Margot, yeah. But isn't that based on marzipan?
Yeah, I think so too.
I think there's a bit of marzipan in it. Yeah,
definitely. I think so too. Doesn't say here, but yeah. Anyways, these ones, like in the history, actually these hashlerky bonbons, they were like good for your breath. And if you are like coughing, you take these.
Okay.
In the past, they were much bigger, but now they are smaller.
Do Czechs still use them for a cough or for a sore throat?
Well, it's gonna like refreshen your breath and a little bit for coughing. It's not like a medicine, but it's something like could be. There's a lot of like herbs inside.
Okay.
So, anyway,
this is like candy form of Bekarovka.
Yeah. Yeah,
lots of herbs.
Yeah. And there's another brand that's called Spinks, and these bonbons are actually kind of football-like because Slavia. It's
those are shells. Wait, it's the candy shells, no?
Yeah, candy shells. But the name Slavia, it's the
Czech football.
Czech football. Yeah, you can see like it's the Czech football dress. Slavia.
Okay.
There's no Sparta bonbons, but there's Slavia.
I've actually never had these.
Try it.
Okay.
Right. You take it out, and I will try to read it. What's inside?
Okay. So we have wrapped candy.
Okay.
So do you think fans of Slavia actually? Okay. So it's hard candy with I think chocolate in the middle. Yeah.
The filling is inside it.
But you can taste the chocolate right away. So it's like a hard minty cover.
Minty.
But you're getting more and more chocolate.
Yeah. Well, you should chew it before you like. Yeah. You didn't get. Oh, now you did get inside. Yeah, it's soft inside. Yeah. Okay. So what's more do we have? These one are kind of typical too. Bombay. These one are like very fruity. Nothing's inside. You just chew it. There's more of this brand.
The yo-yo. Yeah.
The yo-yo brand. There's like I don't know, like 20 different kinds of that.
This is like the Czech Haribo.
Yeah, basically.
So it's like very sugary
maybe
candy.
these ones are a little bit interesting for foreigners because they are sweet and sour.
Sweet and sour.
Yeah.
Sweet and sour worms.
Yes. Exactly.
Nice. This. Well, something like this. Oh no, this one and this one.
Yeah.
Whenever I was with Czechs going on a hike, usually they would get something like this as a lunch snack. So it's two like wafer kind of chocolate bars.
Yeah.
And this one's very typically Czech, isn't it?
It's very typically Czech, but what is a bit strange that nowadays, like when I checked it, I found out it's not made in Czech Republic. It's made in Slovak Republic.
Well,
in Slovakia.
Tatranky for the Grand Tatry Mountains,
Yeah.
it kind of makes sense.
But let's say it's Czech. Well, this one is Sadita, which is a Slovakian brand. You can find a lot of sweets from Sadita at Slovakian. But yeah, I think the Tatranky is like basically Czech.
Those are really good, really good snacks.
And then these ones.
Yep.
It's from Orion again. Lentilky. What would you say it's like?
Lentilky. It's a bit like M&Ms.
It looks like M&Ms.
Yeah, but it's chocolate inside also.
Yeah.
It tastes.
Well, there
a
are
bit
different
like
kinds
M&Ms.
of M&Ms.
Right.
So this one is like
the regular just chocolate M&Ms.
the small one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you.
Czech version of M&Ms.
Like this.
Ooh. And I'm going to show you what it looks like when someone eats them.
Yeah. Very crunchy.
Very firm shell on the outside and then just full of chocolate. It's pretty good chocolate.
And it's pretty cheap too. So it can cost
Okay.
So
So we still need to talk about... Oh no, we talked about this one. That's the last one.
Okay. So there's another brand called Penam. You can see actually these like in supermarkets, even on the bread. They make a lot of bread. So this is it's kind of another, like a sweet bread, let's say, in a chocolate. Maybe you want to open it and show it to
No,
everybody.
I wouldn't get this brand, but I used to get something like this for breakfast.
Yeah.
It's not the healthiest breakfast. Oh, especially not this one because it's covered in chocolate.
It's covered in chocolate, and in the middle of it there will be jam.
Okay. So in fact,
This
what I'm
time
going to
there's
do, I'm going to break it in half.
Please do.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see, so it's like gingerbread. isn't
Gingerbread,
it? Yeah.
yeah,
So
gingerbread
it's
covered with
gingerbread covered in chocolate with jam in the middle.
Yeah. And the jam could be different or many different. Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Merry gingerbread.
This goes really well with the milk. That's
I
why,
believe that.
as you said, it's good like to have it on the breakfast.
So that wasn't weird for me to have it as a breakfast thing.
No.
Czechs would grab this for breakfast. Yeah. Okay. In my defense, the one that I usually had for breakfast wasn't covered in chocolate. It would be like some sweet bread on the outside with some jam in the middle.
Okay.
But this is better.
Well, there's a gingerbread. The most famous one from Czech Republic is Pardubický gingerbread. Pardubický perník. It's the most well-known one, but it wouldn't be covered in the chocolate, and you wouldn't be able to buy it in the supermarket. But you can buy it on the markets.
So that's like the gourmet gingerbread.
Yeah, that's like the big hearts, and that's like the best one.
Well, I think that's everything.
Yeah, I think that's
but
it.
that's a very complete, well, maybe not 100% complete, but a very broad introduction to Czech sweets. And honestly, I like all of them. Like I like almost anything sweet. But if you like things that are super sweet, then like the yo-yos would be good.
If you want something more healthy, it could be like this or this. Well, it's still full of sugar, so.
And something that is sweet but a bit more refined, then it could be the
Trubičky, the rolls.
Trubičky.
And something to take out with you on the hike would be like this, as you said.
Yep.
This one.
These are to share,
Vidorka.
and these are for each person to have one individually.
For each.
Yeah.
And you can always share this one in your.
Yeah.
It looks like it's for kids, and it basically is, but adults like it too.
That's something that I'll add that I've seen in my experiences.
One more. We haven't forget this one.
Oh, last one.
This is like basically Czech Snickers. It's called Deli. There's many more different kinds. It's basically like
I'm
Snickers.
not sure what to expect from this.
Yeah,
actually,
try
I
it.
have to admit.
Is he on? Just to taste it.
Oh wait, no, isn't it banana flavored? No, I'm thinking something different.
No, you're thinking something different.
Okay, so
Can be many different kinds.
I see a chocolate bar, with like nougat inside or something.
Yeah, I call it basically Czech Snickers.
It's like a Milky Way.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, more like that. So we haven't showed you the Tatranky, so we'll just show it how it looks. Yeah. Because there's like many different layers. This one is
That
falling
one
apart.
has been destroyed. This one. We can fix it. We can fix it. And you'll see, like, yeah, this one is very, very similar.
Yeah,
Like lots of layers of wafer. And
5
chocolate.
layers and
Yeah. Oh, really? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 layers. Also, they're basically the same.
yeah.
One
As
thing,
you say, always fact check.
One thing I've noticed when I would go out with a group of Czechs, like on a hike or on a trip around the city or something, is that Czechs, in my experience, really like to have something to share with the group.
Yeah.
So if you're invited to go on a trip, like a day trip with some Czechs, think of bringing some kind of cookies or candy that you would share with them.
Or maybe if you are invited like to somebody's house, you can bring these and
Yep. Yep, for everyone to share as a dessert.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
And any of these would be delicious. So you should come to the Czech Republic and try some of these. Let us know if you've already tried some of these and which Czech sweets are your favorites.
And questions. We need questions.
Ask
So
us all
please
your
do that.
questions, and we'll do our best with any question that you ask.
And we'll see you next time, hopefully.
Bye.
See you.